Should we introduce him with claps too?
Who?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Dude, I ain't no
Absolutely.
like famous person. Settle down.
No, what do you mean? We did it with his brother.
Absolutely. And my brother's a fucking buddy. Okay, here we go.
All right, yeah. Welcome back to Mind Dive, everyone, where we dive into the minds of the youth. With me always is
Tyler Guthrie.
and
Our
special guest.
You can take it away. Take it away.
Is Tyler Suddjian.
Round of
Claps for
applause,
Tyler
round of applause.
Suddjian. Hey. Atta babe. All right, so Tyler is he does everything. What? We started off with motocross, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to well, you did motocross and snowboarding, right?
Yeah.
And then now a fucking firefighter at 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
That's pretty crazy. You gotta have a hell of a story to tell when you're older.
What?
Well, you done
Oh,
all
yeah.
this,
Oh,
done
when
all
he's
this shit in
I
such
thought-
a short span.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you said that you had a story to tell him when he was older. I was like, what?
Like he's gonna have hella stories to tell.
Oh, absolutely.
Who else can say, yeah, I used pretty good at snowboarding, do a little bit of motocross, and I was a firefighter at 18.
Team roped a little bit too on horses.
Oh, fuck yeah,
no
I forgot
shit.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Okay.
fuck with the rodeos, right?
Yeah, I used to rodeo when I was
Yeah.
younger, yeah.
Okay. What'd you do?
Jackpot rope-ins. I did.
Oh yeah, same here.
My brother did Bronx and Saddle Bronc, and then I was young when I did it. What was it? Wrestling. And then I did Bronx. And
That's
I roped a little
badass.
bit, but
Yeah, I team roped. I was a healer for a little while. I roped for probably 3 years.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do Bronx though, but my mom never.
dude, my brother, he started doing Bronx, and I kid you not, he couldn't get on a fucking horse with
Yeah.
and he covered 2 at the high school rodeo or whatever. And that's all you need to go to state. You go to state and he gets on this fucking thing, and I swear to God, we show up late, me and my mom do. My brother, they open the chute, my brother goes out, there's a brick wall on the backside of the fucking ground. So it was like the arena, the normal fence, and then a brick wall. My brother got drugged. It's that fucking brick wall, dude. And we spent 3 hell.
Yeah.
Dude, it gets so gnarly out there.
Dude, yeah.
My mom never let me do it because I was always getting hurt racing motocross and stuff, and there's no way my body would hold up after all that.
Dude, you've gotten hurt like a shit ton during motocross, huh?
Yeah, I got hurt quite a bit.
How many
Quite a few times in the hospital.
how many breaks have you had?
I've only broken
Like during motocross at least.
during motocross. The only bone I ever broke was my shoulder. I snapped my humerus and dislocated the ball underneath my collarbone. I need to get surgery with 2 4-inch pins. But other than that, it was just like head injuries and joint.
I'm probably gonna blur it out, but he knows too.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
How'd you even meet
Because
her?
when my brother was rodeoing back in the day, I didn't do it because I was
Mhm.
hella young, dude. When he started, in middle school or whatever, so I was in grade school,
Yeah.
and your brother hangs out at the fairgrounds, and you go out there too, and then your brother, you get brought around. They're like, "Oh my God, who's this, bro? Whack, interesting, whack,
You get that a lot with horse girls.
dude."
When'd you start racing motocross? Like racing?
When I first started racing, I was 6. I started riding when I was 2.
Well, yeah, you started riding like hella young.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
but
did
remember
hair
that.
scrambles or anything too?
no, I did 1 or 2 hair scrambles, but I was strictly moto.
I like the hair scrambles though, because
Yeah.
I used to race too all the time, and after riding tracks all the time, it's so nice to just fucking do half and the half track, half trail for you.
Mm.
It's super fun. It's fucking rank too. You're running into everyone.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
literally what it turns
Yeah,
into.
I did one of them. I did a District 36 at E Street, and that
Yep.
was sick. It was super fun. I didn't know what to expect. It was cool.
We used to do that one. There was one was fucking Marysville,
Yeah,
right under the bridge. There was one. It was
yeah, that's E Street.
Isn't that E Street? Yeah, I was
E
gonna
Street?
say.
Yeah.
I thought
Well, there's 2 of them.
there's
so
E
there's
Street and
Riverfront,
MMX, right?
Yeah,
Well, Riverfront's in Yuba.
Yeah, so Riverfront's on the other side of the river,
They're
and then
fucking
E
close to
Street.
each other though.
E Street
Yeah,
has
literally.
E Street's right under the bridge, and then MMX is the one right next
Cross.
to it.
Yeah, they had the one set up there, and you were riding on the riverbeds, and there was we were young when falling and fucking breaking their shit, and it was hilarious, dude. Swear to God, there was probably 10.
Dude, hella long ago at some of those District 36 races out at E Street, there would be homeless people out in the
Yeah,
trails, and they'd throw tires out at people riding and set up booby traps and shit, make holes and stuff that they'd wad up in.
Yeah,
It was gnarly. They had so many problems with that shit.
That whole thing, that whole place is just so many homeless people.
Oh,
You go
it's
riding
so
out there on the
bad.
trails, you're constantly having to go over people hands on the floor and
Yeah.
shit, and you'll see a few.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, East Street's literally a track under the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's under the bridge that connects. What's that first town right before it?
Isn't it?
Linda?
Yeah, Linda. It connects Linda with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. It's like the tracks are dope, but surrounding that is,
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't the tracks like nice though?
No,
the
bougie,
tracks are
really
sick.
bougie. Well taken care of too.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay a lot of money to
Yeah.
have it kept as nice as they have it kept. So
they
shout out
do
to
a really
them.
good job out there.
Mm-hmm. So you started racing at 6.
Yeah.
Right. I remember going to one of your races. Or was it I think it might have just been practice. I don't know. I remember
I don't know. I think it was probably practice.
it was a while ago though. Maybe like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys known each other?
Fuck.
We,
I mean,
4th grade, I think, is when we started like
probably.
becoming
hanging
friends. I
out.
think we knew each other, but I think 4th or 5th grade is when we started hanging out a lot.
Yeah. And then during middle school, we just fucking hung out like all the time.
Yeah.
And then high school as well. And then we split up and had our own friend groups and like did our own shit.
That's how it is though.
Yeah, but we still, always have been tight, obviously, because he's
Yeah.
here. But
it was
yeah.
always the summers though. I don't know why. Every time like summer, like school broke and then summer
we did
like,
something.
yeah, we would like hang out, but then there was like a short period of time where we'd like stop and we're like, we gotta do something, but I don't know what it was. It was just, but then as soon as we came back, it was every time like we were just
yeah.
like,
It's always
right
pretty.
there.
It's always right again. It's
Yeah.
always again. Like we just fucking connect again, which
Yeah.
is super fucking cool.
yeah,
It's cool to have people like that because a lot of people get fucking weird about it. They're like, "Oh, you haven't hung out with me in like a week."
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's like, no, we just have a life,
Yeah.
and that's not together. And
Yeah.
we
Get
get shit.
yeah, you get busy doing other stuff, and then
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Like
and when
like-
you get older too, you start working a lot and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like I remember, I think it was when did we start roofing? Like when did I start? 2019. Yeah. So I started roofing with his like family company.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. No, I loved it. It was pretty fucking fun. Yeah.
Well,
it was
but
fun.
you're working like with one of your closer buddies, dude. That's always fun. You could be shoveling
yeah.
horse shit.
Yeah.
And it's fun, dude.
No, yeah. But anyways, so like during that, like you had your own stuff going on and I was roofing, but like now we're here.
yeah,
Dude, this dude is nutty at riding
At
motocross.
motocross or
Yeah.
snowboard? I heard you're both good at
Oh,
both.
he's good at no. Let me explain something to you. And I don't deny this because you know it's true.
Hold on, get close. Let me hear it.
Okay, listen.
All right.
This kid
Okay.
will fucking touch anything that is like you have to be athletic for it, and he's fucking good at it. Anything
Okay.
with tires on it, fucking amazing.
Okay. And like,
Or
snowboard and all that
like
shit too?
writing something, Jesus.
What about sports? You get a sports too?
never did any sports.
He's
ever.
only
I
done
mean,
like
motocross is a
Yeah,
sport.
well,
but
like, yeah, but
I'm
like,
talking
I-
like
no like traditional sports, like no ball sports or anything
no
like
cricket,
that. Mm-mm.
no
Nothing.
badminton.
Nope.
Man,
Little
Have
bit
you
of
roller
cornhole
skated
here
before?
and there, but
cornhole.
oh, dude, I fuck roller skates up.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
No,
No,
stop
shut
playing.
up. We found his
Stop
match.
playing.
We found his
Stop.
match. Dude, he asked me every single
Bro,
fucking
every
night.
Thursday,
Or every Thursday. Yeah, you
bro.
ask me every
6 to
Thursday. I'm
8.
like, dude,
Oh,
I don't
dude,
fucking
let's go. I'm in.
Stop.
Hey, when it's warm
Stop.
out, ice skating. Let's go.
I'm down.
Dude, ice skating is the shit. Then you're not sweating your balls off. You're out there on the ice.
Nelly said she's not going.
Sounds like a guy's thing.
Yeah,
Sounds like
it is a
Yeah,
good
it is.
thing because every time it got brought up in the past fucking 4 months, it was, I want a longboard instead.
Longboard is fun. Dude, I remember, that brings up a topic, dude. I remember I went over to his house in like 8th grade and we thought we were the fucking shit at skating, like skateboarding. And we made this skate video.
Oh my
It
god.
was
just like-
it's like a sponsor me video.
No, dude.
No,
it was just-
literally.
it was basically like one.
That's what we thought we were getting at.
Oh, we thought we were fucking like Tony Hawk. Like we thought we were legit.
Fuck it. Won't know until you try.
Dude,
I
I,
mean, it was
remember
fun.
the videos. I looked at these not that long ago. I had this box for my cowboy boots, and we set
Yep,
it up. We were
yep.
alling over it. Like I literally probably have 30 videos of us alling over this same cowboy boot box, and it was mangled.
But you know
like,
what's
we just
stupid?
keep resetting it up.
Oh yeah, you know what's stupid though?
Breaking the set. Hold on, pause. No, just
No,
kidding.
this is the thing. I started like skating like a little bit before him, maybe at the same time. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like we were like neck and neck, and then like I stopped maybe for like a week, and he's just fucking at the skate park, fucking
It's like
just
wait,
doing
the
rant,
last time
like-
you saw him, he could barely ollie. You go back a week later, this man's doing like 360 backflips.
No, yeah,
just
I remember
out of
he
the
called.
fucking bowl.
Yeah,
Just-
no. He called me and he was like, "Oh, dude, I just landed a fucking kickflip." like 2 days later, he's like, dude, Trey, I got Trays. I'm like,
he's
what?
He's like, Mike, I'm going on X Games next week, bro. You should come.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, I knew that.
It's like I'm doing the make around, bro. Be there.
No. Yeah, but I brought up like you being really good at motocross because you won a lot of like shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was getting up there.
It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
There was a lot of competition.
There was so much competition. And the way it was for me, so when I was younger, I was pretty much riding. I'd ride like 2 to 3 times a week. And then I was training on top of that. So I was always at the track. And that's when it got super competitive. I was racing every single weekend. Like that was my life. So I got super into that.
It was, dude. And you were always at like, I know you were always at a Hangtown like a lot. Cause that was like, is that the closest track or no?
Yeah, that one, it's like, Hangtown's like 45.
Well, Hangtown's at 50. That's Prairie City, right?
Yeah.
But it's a nice ass track, right?
Yeah.
Hangtown
They do a good job out there.
Prairie City is, I mean, that used to be super good back in the day when they took care of it. They like kind of let it go to shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, Prairie City has like your go-kart racing.
That's like the OHV park though.
Yeah. And then they have like a kids track, like 2 kids tracks, and then they have a quad track and then another. It's like that track is so.
Yeah, I never.
There's
went
like
out
2
there.
tabletops and like one hip looking thing.
Yeah. But anyways, you were training a shit ton. Like every day almost you were training.
That was like my life. So I was doing that all the time, traveling like all over the place, riding different tracks. And then I just got super busy doing other stuff. I got into horses. I got into snowboarding. I got into everything else. We were building a house. Like my parents were getting a house built. And
beautiful house.
So it was just like, there's so much going on to where we kind of had to take like a little break for a little while. And that's when I kind of like stopped doing it as much. And that's like kind of turned it into more fun just because I had so much other stuff going on. So.
And you're still raw as shit at it. Like you could probably get on one and just fucking do.
Yeah. I mean, I still try to ride as much as I can. Like I haven't ridden in a little while just because I was busy doing all the fire stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I try to ride as much as I can.
Yeah. We'll talk about the fire stuff in a second, but
we should have a track. Like we'll go up to my hill. And his trail's forever out there, and they got some sick ass shit out there. So we should just make a fucking field day. I'll take the Can-Am out.
I was about to say he has
sick,
a fucking full ass track at his house.
Oh, you have a full ass. Shut up, bro. Stop.
Like
actually,
like legit track.
It needs a little bit of work. We haven't had the dozer out there in a while.
But I was gonna say
skid steers and everything. Let's fucking go.
I was gonna say, dude. I remember coming to your house one time. I don't know when it was. It was probably still in middle school. And he was like, "Hey, Mike, you want to go ride?" I'm like, "Dude, I fucking suck it. I don't trust myself on your bikes because you have like really nice bikes." And I was like, "Dad, I don't trust myself on your bike." And he was like, "All right, hop on." I fucking hop on and we just like start cruising down the hill a little bit. Like he's showing me his property, and like we get down to this. I think it was like a little river spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a little river spot down the hill a little bit. Then we start coming back up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, my brother and I started building this track." And I was like, "Oh nice." I'm fucking holding on to him just like this. I'm like, "Holy fuck, I'm gonna die."
Oh yeah, he was on the back.
Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, no, dude. He's like, "All right, dude, hold on a little bit tighter." I'm like, "Okay." And I see a fucking jump, and I'm like, I can't see the under end of that. Like, and he just goes, whoomp. He's like this, all smooth. I'm just like, holy fuck.
Mike's like, anyone else stomach drop, or is that just?
No, it was probably just me. But no, your guys' track is legit. Like when you guys first built it, it was really nice.
It's a big ass track. How many acres do you have?
We live on 80.
Oh, that's a few.
Yeah, we got quite a few. So
couple, like what? 5?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. And where is that close to here?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes.
That's what's up.
It's in Weimar, right?
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
There's 80 acres to buy out there.
There's
we live
a
right
shit
on the
ton.
canyon.
There's a canyon in fucking Weimar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
where
that.
Pondo is?
Stop. Yeah. Oh,
Like right
over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, weird. Like this is a weird topic, but I remember when your guys' like whole like canyon was on fire.
That was really bad. It came all the way through our property. I came through, it burnt all the way through the canyon, came up, and then it was super weird. It was the weirdest thing ever. We had this like old like rustic car like right on the edge of the hillside with a big ass American flag sticking out of it. The fire burnt right up to the flag, split, didn't touch anything, and split all the way around our shop, our house, everything.
Yeah.
Like got right up to the American flag, split, and went both ways.
No, yeah.
The weirdest thing ever. Like there was so much to burn too, and just split.
When was that?
That was probably what 2000.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I know that.
It was probably like 7 years ago.
Were we in high school?
It was right. It was before I moved into that house, so I think it was.
Oh, it was still being built, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
so-
almost done.
Yeah, that probably like 7 years ago though.
I was gonna say, was your brother working like as
No,
but he wasn't
was
working then.
Still in school.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I remember it, dude. Because I think you sent me a picture after, and everything was just black, like in the
Yeah.
canyon, because everything was burnt.
Yeah, well, because it was my grandpa's property beforehand, and so he had like a bunch of like trailers out there. He had all these old cars and stuff, like propane tanks and stuff. And we were at the property when the fire was coming through. Like we could see it ripping down the canyon. And so once it got close, we like had everything packed up that we could, and we took off out of there. And we were like down the road a little bit, and we were like staged up right out there. And all you hear is shit blowing up, cars exploding, like
Yeah.
all kinds of fireworks blowing up, like propane tanks exploding. Like it sounded like a war zone out there.
Yeah, it was fucking
It was
bad.
gnarly.
Fuck.
No, I think I just saw on your Snapchat story too. Like you walked up to the line where it perfectly split.
Yeah.
And you could see it. It was like
It was like dead clear.
No, like
Yeah.
it was like less than 5 feet away from this flag. And like it was,
it literally just took off the other way.
yeah. Like perfect split right around.
When you hear those like freak stories and shit, like when Paradise caught on fire
Mhm.
and everything, like literally the whole fucking city was on fire. This one old lady, like I heard a story. This old lady was like, "Fuck you! I'm not leaving my house. Like I'm
Yeah.
staying here. I've been here for X amount of years. I'm staying here." And the fire burned every single fucking thing down except her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't like that's some of the craziest shit. Like the odds of that happening are so
Mhm.
slim to none.
Wild.
And she was just sitting there like, yeah, whatever, I guess. I mean, I heard the story and I was like, there's no people like that. Like, and you hear all these stories like, yeah, people like, 1,000 people died in their house from just sitting in it in the fire, da da da. But this old lady's just like, whatever, and
I'm
fucking
not
goes
leaving.
right around it. Good for
Crazy. I
her.
know. I was living up in Chico, drove through there, and it was literally like there would be one house and then nothing, and then another house just sitting, everything burnt around it, and then all the houses right next to it gone, like to the ground. It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was
There's
so weird.
There was a guy who had a Toyota Tundra. He was running back and forth out of Paradise.
Yeah.
And like helping people out, like
Yeah,
big time,
I heard
bro.
that.
And he posted a picture online of his truck, and it was like all burn marks everywhere and shit like that. And Toyota actually gave him like a fully fitted out Tundra.
Yeah.
And,
Really?
like, sponsored him. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was legit. I
That's
mean, but
pretty sick.
he was making moves, bro. He was everyone.
Oh yeah.
And like apparently, yeah, somehow Toyota found out like 2 months later he had a
Yeah.
brand new full, like I'm talking like anything you could ever want in a fucking Toyota,
Yeah.
fully fitted.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sick. Like in the pictures of it though, like the whole front end was like melted off the
Burned
truck.
and
Like
shit. Like
Of his
the
truck?
Oh,
paint,
yeah.
the paint was bubbling and
Oh, so he was going
Oh,
like
he was
he
through
was
it
driving
driving
right
through
through
the
flames.
fire. Like
just to help
through it.
people out.
oh yeah, dude, like running, like making trips. And it wasn't just one trip, it was like 5 or 6
Oh, probably,
trips,
yeah.
dude.
Where was? So was it all of Paradise? All of Paradise burned,
Basically,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, yeah,
That place was-
98% of it. And you can buy land up there for really cheap now, really cheap. But the thing is, it's a fire hazard, so like,
Yeah.
And I mean, once everything grows back, it's just a matter of time till it happens again.
oh yeah, fires are inevitable in California.
Yeah.
But going back to the motocross thing, what are some of like the biggest achievements you like that you hold dearest to your heart, like that you've gotten? Because I know there's a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just like mainly just having fun with it. Like there's big races where I'd go out and I do good and like get the trophy. I mean, but it was all for fun. I
Yeah.
mean, it was never like nothing too crazy. Like I didn't go to like some of the places that I wanted to go just because like stuff popped up.
Yeah.
Dad couldn't get work off where I'd like to go out there, but like going to like Mammoth Motocross, that was always super fun. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like one of the.
Mhm.
I always loved doing
Yeah.
that stuff and.
Dude, another thing about Mammoth, I remember you just telling me about like motocross culture and like the community.
Mm.
I heard it like because when I went to your race that or practice, I don't know what it was, but when I went, just everyone was super close. Like everyone was super cool.
Mm.
Like everyone was having fun. Like even when you're between like you're doing shit, everyone's just out like messing around. Like they have bikes,
Yeah,
BMX,
like,
just
yeah,
riding,
bikes and shit.
just riding
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Just
so
having fun.
cool. Like ever since we were like young, it's all because like it's all the same people.
It's a lot,
Like,
yeah, a
you're
lot of the
always
same
out there.
community. So like,
Yeah, you're like all like family out there. Like me and all the kids, we'd show up to the track. You'd know everybody you see. We'd go out, play hide and seek all night long. Go
That's
build
a
bike.
life.
Yeah, you guys,
jumps.
you guys would be like
Like,
kids, just like
yeah.
hanging out together. You guys got like camp together. It was super cool.
Yeah, that was like the best part about it. Just like knowing everybody. It was always like a big family.
Yeah.
Like we'd go out, you'd need a part, somebody would be right there hooking you up with tools,
Yeah.
parts, whatever you need. Like they're always there for you. That was the coolest part about it.
Yeah, I heard Mammoth was badass.
Yeah, Mammoth was always so fun, and that was cool too because it's like you got all the culture from everywhere else. Like
because
there's people
everyone
traveling
would
from
go there.
all over the country to that race.
Like, it's not just California. It's people from everywhere.
Yeah. And like at those races, you get all the big shots too. Like there was some dude from Japan out there. Now he's pro, like Adam
Badass.
Cintarello. He was all out there. Like all like the big shots that you see out there right now are dudes that I raced with when I was racing all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to see like where some of those people like where they are and like how far they've come to with it.
You were kind of along with the ride with them because you were
yeah.
right there. So it's like, yeah, I was racing with this kid, da 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 da. Now he's big, but like I was with him when he was doing all this shit to get to where he is, type thing.
Yeah, super cool to see though.
We went to Oakland Coliseum. Me and some of their twins are hella fun. The Oakland Coliseum to go watch the Supercross, and they had the stunt jumps or whatever out there for the other riders, and like Twitch and all them. Like Twitch was just ripping these massive fucking like shit. I'm like, dude, like I wouldn't even do that if I had like a fucking respawn button to fucking hit, dude. Like just some sketchy shit.
Yeah.
And then after like a lot of people think people like are assholes or either like really good people, but it's really hit and miss like with anything. Meet some people who sing and like some of them are really nice and some of them are assholes. But like Twitch did like literally talk to us for a solid 20-25 minutes. Like
most motocross riders are pretty badass.
most of them are pretty
They're
legit.
super humble. A lot of them are really humble.
And he was like it wasn't like he was bigger than us or anything. And he's just like, hey, you know what up, bro? Like we literally shot the shit about motocross for a long ass time, and then he reposted our fucking picture on his story. So I was like,
you've probably met some pretty famous people.
Yeah, I mean, just throughout the years, you see a lot of people you talk.
Just coming in and out at the same spot.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest things too. A lot of the times if you catch them like when they're just out doing something and you talk to them, they're going to literally treat you just like you are. Like,
oh yeah.
They're not going to look at you
It's like
as
family.
anybody
It's
else.
like family.
Yeah, that's the whole thing too. It's like sometimes you'll run in like when you're at like one of the pro races like Supercross or whatever, you're in the pits, like they're dealing with so many people. Then like they're
dealing
with
thousands of people. They're doing, why is my bike not fucking working correctly? All types of shit. That's
exactly. Sometimes they can come off as like a dick in those situations, but they're all good people. Dude.
Yeah. Did that light turn off?
Yeah, it did. I was
try turning it on. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to snowboarding. You picked up snowboard. What was the racing called? Like what was it?
So well, for high school they had a high school team, so I got into that. Thought you were going down. That would have been a good shot.
Fun. No different. Well, okay, that's fine.
Some technical difficulties.
No, you're good. Just leave it before you die. So yeah, so what was it called? Like the specific type of racing?
So when I was in high school, my high school had a snowboard team. So they had like the giant slalom.
Yeah.
So that's just like running through the gates and stuff. So I did that, and at first I just did it like as an excuse to miss school because we were like, we go up, have an excuse to go to the mountain. All the time.
You had all your buddies up there too. Everyone would do it.
Wasn't it like because I heard something? Wasn't it like you have to do 2 or 3 practice runs and then or 2 hours or you only had to do a small portion of practice and then you had the rest of the day to snowboard.
Yeah, and you got to miss school the whole entire time.
Exactly. It's like what was the time limit on that? What was it?
So I mean, it all depends. Like at first, I would go up there, I'd do like 3 runs, and I'd be out free riding the rest of the day. Just because like at first I was just like kind of like I just want to snowboard and stuff, and then I started progressing with it. Started getting a little better winning races. So I was like,
probably like in 2 weeks.
Might as well.
Third day he came up, he just fucking.
How long was it until you hit your first flip?
My first flip, I don't know. Well, I started snowboarding when I was super young. I used to go up there with my mom all the time, but I'd go up like once or twice a season, and I never like did anything. And then my 8th grade years when like I found out about the snowboard team, I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
And so I got up there, and then my 8th grade is when I started, and then I think later that season, I landed my first front flip.
Fronties are hard, right?
I mean, they're not bad.
What do they call them? They're like
tame dog.
Tame dog, yeah.
I mean, they're harder to commit to than harder to do.
True.
That's kind of how
it's
it is.
basically all of everything,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
If you can get yourself to commit to whatever you're doing
Yeah.
fully, if you understand it fully, very slim chance it goes wrong. But a lot of people fall because they overthink it or something. Overthinking,
Yeah.
they're trying to do too much, or they don't commit enough, and they end up just on their back, dude.
Yeah.
Countless times I've done that shit. Like we went up there 2 years ago or 2 seasons ago, and the roads were closed. We were like one of the first like people to get through 80.
Mm.
And then they closed the road. So there's like fucking 10 of us at Boreal. 10 of us. Like that was it. And it was like wide out. You couldn't see shit. And me and my buddy were like, fuck, like we're going to try everything we possibly fucking can because there is so much powder. I think
Yeah.
it snowed like like it was like one of the biggest storms recorded. And so we're just literally hitting all these jumps and we're just doing, oh, look, hey, catch me. Fucking try to fly into someone, backflips, all this shit. Never got close for me, but.
No, I'm not that. I mean, I've only been snowboarding like 3 times, 4 times, so I'm not like that good.
We have to take him.
Oh yeah.
Can we take him?
Yeah.
I have an extra pass that he can use. Can we all go
Yeah,
soon?
I got multiple extra.
Yeah, so like, I mean, what size shoe do you wear?
Fuck, 9.5. I'm small for
I
that.
got
boots.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck. We both got boots. Fuck it. You want 2 pairs? Fuck it.
Yeah.
One for your hand, one for your feet.
I'm down.
All right, no, like we should give a pass still.
Yeah. I got an icon pass and a boreal pass.
Well, whenever he's not fucking busy, because he's got.
I mean, this man's busy as hell. We're just gonna steal him one day or something.
We'll steal him one day. No, but you
But-
won the state champs.
Yeah.
That was your first
So-
year, right?
No, so my first year at States, that was my freshman year.
But you made it to states first year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so my freshman year I got there, and then I got 7th and 8th my first year there. And then my sophomore year I won states for the first time, and then throughout the rest of high school.
Jesus. So every year you won states. Just
We
about.
didn't have states my senior year.
Because of COVID and all that shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
shut it down, but I won all the races throughout the season.
I feel like you might get like the slightest bit nervous, but I feel like from like racing motocross, I feel like it dims down a lot. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
know
it
how to deal
definitely
under the pressure.
Yeah.
When I used to race, even just like hair scrambles and a little bit of like big time racing I did, I was always fucking nervous. Like
Yeah.
I could not beat it. I was like, every time I got to the gate, I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck.
Do you ever get anxious though? Like, oh, let's go.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
Absolutely.
time.
You ever jump a gate drop?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
I
That's
went
the
I went
worst.
OTB on that shit.
But so throughout that, and then midway through high school, I started border cross, and that was bad.
Border cross.
Cross.
It's literally motocross on a snowboard. It's so sick.
What?
Like you have 4 people
Oh,
lined
is that
up
that
in a
thing where
gate.
you're at the gates and you pull
Yeah,
off?
you have 4 people, and it's like all the jumps and turns.
Where do you
and
do that shit?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Everywhere.
where.
Everywhere.
Do they have
There's,
anything local?
That's what I was. Yeah, I mean, they got all their stuff like local. There's like certain things. Like I did USASA, like coming through high school.
Where's that?
It's like a competition, like or kind of, I don't know. It's just like all like the different races go through that. And so they just have that, like you sign up for that and then you do all the races. They have them at like Squaw, North Star, all that.
Oh, they do
Sierra
local.
Tahoe.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
They have those, and then those are the smaller ones. So I did that at first, and then I was doing really good in all those. And so I was like, okay, well, I kind of got to find something a little bigger. And then I got into the NORAMs, and that's
Jesus, dude.
those are the ones where you like qualify for like the World Cups, and then from there it goes up and up and up. So that was just like the next step up, and then but all those like you're traveling for those.
Yeah,
Those are the ones out in Colorado. That's what I was supposed to go out to New York for, shoulder. But those are like the big races, and that's some of the funnest shit you'll ever do. It's so fun.
I see it because you always see that shit like online, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
it's like a pump track. Almost.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a pump track, but you got massive jumps.
Speaking of pump
Yeah.
tracks, you used to do, what was it called? Well, that, but it was also on the like it was fuck. You
There's
did it
a
with
name for it?
Jaden. You did it with Jaden.
Isn't it just a pump track, like BMX pump?
I mean,
Like-
kind of, but it was like just more like dirt. It was like strictly dirt, like jumps and everything.
Oh, like just like dirt jumps?
Yeah. What was it called?
Like-
they had certain bikes for it. Is that what it
Funhill?
was? Yeah, kind of. I mean, you did it for fun. I don't think
Yeah,
you did it.
yeah. So it was
But
probably
you were
just dirt
fucking
jumps.
good at it.
We'd always go out and just find big jumps, go out to all this stuff.
You ever go to like Lincoln or anything for jumps, like dirt bicycle jumps, like BMX jumps?
Probably we went all over the place.
Dude, we used to have this place called Bus Alley. and it was right across from the fitness system in Lincoln, over by the airport. And like a bunch of kids, everyone. I can't even name how many people helped build all those. There's so many people, and everyone just added shit to it.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, one time I went out there, and I hadn't gone out there in a while, dude. And I'm talking like 15-foot kickers made from by hand, like the most perfect sound jumps made by hand to like 25-foot fucking hip, all shoveled and fucking handmade. Just like crazy shit. And a lot of famous people went there too. Everyone used to bring out their dirt bikes. Way too much bike for anything.
Yeah.
Next track, but bring out their dirt bikes and just send them, dude.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
Dude, those dudes get down though. Like out at like the Truckee Bike Park, it's so cool because people go out, they water the jumps, groom them, like. But then you go out into like the hills, like where nobody knows, you find some gnarly stuff out there.
Like that just people have made.
Oh yeah, just like you know somebody that knows somebody, so you're like, oh dude, there's.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was too.
But then you go out there and like through trees and shit, there's just these booters, and you're like, holy shit, dude.
You'll have to send me some videos so I can play it on the screen. But you've got some like crazy videos of you doing that shit. I think. Yeah.
We're gonna have to link those in too.
I'll just play them over the video. Yeah. No, but dude, like I said, everything you fucking touch with tires on it, or you're riding something. You're fucking.
I mean, it has a nice truck, dude. Built his truck up. Has a nice truck. Fuck, I guess you're right.
You guys have that mini truck still?
My brother's got a mini truck.
Oh, Chevy S10.
No, a little Toyota pickup.
Oh, just like the single cab version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you got that thing. I don't know if it was the same one though.
He had the green one first. That had the welded diff. Got down in that thing. Drift slut, but this other one's just a beater. That thing gets down too.
You know what else had a welded diff in it?
But
that fucking thing out there, and it was it was fun, but at the same time, dude, I kid you not, like dry or wet or snow or fucking dirt, dude, I kid you not, I couldn't even make a fucking U-turn without pitching sideways. And it was like when it would rain, I'd be like, oh, I gotta take this corner slow. I'd be fucking facing the opposite way, and I'm like, God damn it. The guy who I bought the truck from, he's like, yeah, like parties, and I was like, yeah, or whatever. But he actually built it up to be like 600 horsepower when I bought it. So partied, and then the diff fucking snapped. I literally like the one time I'm not hot rodding it, fucking driving home on 65, all I hear is like, what? And I'm like, oh. I pull over and I'm like, blew my transmission, but I just got this one fixed. Like, there's no fucking way. I'm looking, bro, and my drive line's just skipping a beat. So it'd be like, dude, I kid you not, I drove that thing home. I got towed for like the first mile.
Yeah.
And I was so pissed. I'm like, if it blows a hole in the fucking case, fucking third gear the whole way. I'm gonna go, bah, just like 80 miles an hour all the way fucking. They're expensive too, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking cost me $3,700 to redo my. Yeah. The pinion was almost $2,000.
I know. I just had to replace my rear pinion seal on my truck. That truck out there, it's got an e-locker in it, but it was only like, so you could only use it in 4 low. So I was like, oh, no, I can do some stuff with this. So I like started researching shit, figured out how to gray wire mod it so I could lock my rear wheel drive. But then I went through a set of $1,100 tires in 6 months. So.
Dude, you're always working on that fucking thing, huh?
I mean, not too.
And a lot of your brother's shit too.
Yeah, I mean, we do all of our own
too.
work, so. I mean, I like to party that truck, so obviously some repercussions that, but
Mike has been around for some of the partying we've done in my Dodge. Mm-hmm. Anyone on the freeway, bro, anyone who gets close or like starts trying to fucking race, dude, and me and Mike are just like, I'm talking to the point where like I have 37s on the truck. When I had 35s, the thing really partied. 37's a little slower, but dude, like it wobbles. Fucking Mike's looking over at me like, got this, bro? Yeah, bro, just fucking hang in there.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do it. If the thing decides to go, it fucking goes. We're just going to sit here and look pretty while it happens.
Yeah, you can't do much about that.
That's like the same thing in my truck. I love to party that thing. Like, it's different, though. Like, my truck's not that fast. So anytime I see, like, anywhere I could go off the road, any hill I could hit, any jump I could hit, any curb I could jump, it's game over.
Yeah.
Game on.
Yeah, I was going to say. Dude, you used to go up to Moon Rocks a lot, right?
Yeah.
Or was that your brother mainly?
I mean, we'd all go up there. We'd make big ass some dirt bikes.
You have side by sides?
Yeah, my brother and my dad both have. I've always just ridden my dirt bike and that, but
I've never been up there.
Super fun.
Moon Rocks
is
go
up there sometime.
Crazy. Dude.
Oh my god, dude!
Have you been up there for 4th of July or Halloween?
We went up there for New Year's and
New Year's is crazy, bro.
Fireworks everywhere.
I think we went up there 4th of July too, and it gets down.
I'm
It's
talking
crazy.
like, how many fucking, because when I went one year, I swear to God, there had to been 50,000 fucking people.
Yeah.
I swear to God, 50,000 people.
Really?
Everyone has a fucking rock crawler, and they're all
Well,
like,
yeah.
everyone has RGB like lights on their shit. So like in the middle of the night, it's
Everything's
just
lit up.
every miles.
Really?
It is nuts.
Lit up. Everyone's crawling up these fucking rocks that are like this. Everyone's trying to do shit that's like fucking corkscrewed, and it's fucking
Everybody's
legit.
hammered out there too. So it's
Oh,
like
I'm
you
sure.
go out there,
I'm
you
sure.
just people watch. Everybody's rolling their rigs.
Do people camp out there?
Oh, that's what you do.
Oh,
when you go
yeah.
out
Oh,
there.
okay. Okay.
A lot of people bring trailers.
Is it like
Yeah.
first come first serve, or do you gotta
Yeah,
like
no,
rent a
you-
spot
It's
out?
kind of
You literally
fucking
go
want.
out there, you park wherever you want. You don't pay a dime, and
Just
you go
have fun.
party.
Have fun.
Yeah,
It's so fun.
It's fucking legit.
Probably
Yeah.
like a good family trip too.
Yeah,
Like bring everyone.
I get
on a weekend
on-
that's
on a weekend
not
that's
holiday.
not a
yeah,
holiday.
yeah.
now if it's a holiday, like I could, dude, it's kind of nervous out there, bro. Like all the drunk people driving and shit.
Oh, dude,
Like,
you
I-
don't go out at night, or you don't like.
You just
There's
people
any
watch.
sort of hill you can't see on the backside. Like,
Fuck no.
That's
That's why
why-
30 drunk dumbasses on the backside.
yeah,
I remember
And-
you used to post a lot of Snapchat stories, and I think it was like a couple of your like brothers' buddies and stuff like that. They just like their trucks are destroyed,
oh my god,
like stuck just sideways, upside down,
Yeah.
everything, dude.
I might have to try to find the video, but my buddies went up there recently, and this guy he rolled his fucking Jeep, and my buddy goes over there and he fucking his camera up and he goes, "Hey, you good?" And the guy goes, "No, yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna just drive it out of here." We're like, dude, you're on your back. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Hammered, just
Oh,
trash.
I'm sure.
Oh,
It
tarp's
is-
coming off.
oh,
Tarp's
shit.
coming off.
Oh, shit.
Sneak, hey, we're gonna have to blur this out. Sneak peek. Firefighter gets undressed at the new studio.
Yeah, let's talk about that
Oh.
next. Let's talk about the firefighter thing next. After you're done, of course.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
No rush.
Let's get serious.
A little elbow rest. I see that.
Oh, okay.
Take it out a little
air
bit.
it out a
Yep.
little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of toasty in there, I could tell.
Yeah,
A little bit of
So
water. help
you
that.
started. When did you figure out you wanted to do the fire stuff?
I always like had it in the back of my head ever since I was young. I was always like, "Oh, dude, that'd be so cool." Like, I feel like it's a lot of people's dream, like when they're little. And then it was also like I was looking at other stuff. Like I was like, "Oh, I could do this, I could do that." And then I think it was my sophomore year or junior year is when I was like really thinking about it. And then my snowboard coach, he's a fire captain at
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a fire captain. So he was like, "Hey, like, do you want to go on a ride along with me?" I was like, "That would be so cool." And so I talked it out with him. We found a date and I went down there and I did a ride along with him. And ever since that day, I was like,
You were like,
"That-
"Yep, this is
there's
it."
not any other thing that I want to do with my life." I was like, "This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen." I was like, "There's nothing else that I want to do." So ever since then, I started taking classes, like did my EMR before, or like while I was still in high school, just
So
doing
explain
everything
the
I could.
process for people that don't understand it. Like, what do you like? What's step one after that? Like after you've made the decision, like
do it like, because a lot of people think, "Oh yeah, I just got to go to the fire academy and then I get signed on." Go through like the whole step-by-step process, like from your EMT to the class and how long it takes to get in, and then go after that, go into like the process of getting on with the station, because that's not easy.
Yeah. So it's like for what I did, like the academy I went through, like you had to have your EMR, so say medical responder. It's like the lowest level, like above first aid, but so you have to get that before you go in, just so you kind of have that base knowledge. And then from there, I finished my EMR, and then I had to like apply for the fire academy. And you have to wait till you like get in for the academy. So you got to go through
Yeah.
all that. And then, so I got accepted into the academy, and it all depends on what academy you go to, whether you have to get your EMT beforehand or you,
true.
the
Yeah.
one that I did, I got my EMT like included with my firefighter one.
Holy
It
shit.
was like all like combined. And
Doesn't it make a
so-
lot of extra work though?
Oh yeah. It's like double the work.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
Because
everyone-
the EMT class itself is not an easy. It's not just a fucking you go through it and get an easy A. No, you got to
No.
work for it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. You're
yeah,
not just
a lot of fucking studying. Like
can't, yeah,
zero
you can't
free
just
time.
look up stuff like
Zero free time.
And it's like it's one of those things where it's not like you can guess. I mean, like you kind of can.
Not
but,
like common sense.
It's not like, you can take what you know and kind of get. You got to fucking study, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean, in a situation like that too, if you're like in it for the right reasons and you like want to make a career out of it, like you're dealing with people's lives. You can't
yeah,
like
you can't just fucking.
you can't just like
half-ass.
skim your way through and think that you're gonna be fine when you get out, because like
And plus, like if you just like you study, just makes it so much easier because then like people get so stressed out and like I remember in high school, dude, I
Yeah.
was stressed so fucking bad, but it's because I didn't put anything in.
Yeah.
Dude, like I would do the homework I needed to do to get a B, C or whatever. Do what I had to do, bare minimum, copy answers, get pictures sent. But like I was talking with some people and they're like, dude, like I was just like that. And then in college, I studied every single day. And he's like, when I walked into a classroom on test day, there was not one doubt in my mind that they could ask me a question that he's like, it made me so much less stressed because all that time, like he was like, beforehand, like I was just sitting there and I was stressed, didn't know the answers. It just take me 5 hours to do a fucking test. He's like, now I studied my ass off. That way, when I get to the test, 30 minutes and I'm fucking done. I'm walking out to get lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we cut off where like at the training.
Beating everyone's fucking record or something. What was the training that you beat? Like what exactly was it?
There's a video on it. There's a full ass video of his run, and I'll put it on here. But
We'll put a snippet on it.
yeah,
I have the video. So it was like you start off, you got 2 50 feet lengths of hose, and so you'd start off and you'd roll out one section of hose. And it was like mainly all speed walking, except for like on certain parts you could run. So it was like you'd have to speed walk to the end, roll out the other section of hose, couple the two hoses together, and then drag that 100 feet. You'd have to go like full sprint, drag it down. Then you'd go up, you'd walk to the next station. There's a ladder. It was like mounted on the building with a halyard, and you had to raise the ladder up 4 stories. So you'd raise the ladder all the way up, bring it all the way back down, speed walk around. Then you had to grab another ladder, pull it off the rack, bring it down, walk it. It was like not a light ladder. And then you had to run over, go down, drag a charged hose line, which are pretty heavy, through like a tiny ass attic space. You'd have to drag it like through wrap stuff through that section, pull it out, get out, and then there's a chop station where you had a sledgehammer on like a wooden box, and you had to hit it 40 times. And then once you're done with that, you go to the tower, and it was the 4-story tower, and you'd have to throw a...
That was fucked because you had to climb all the way up, dude.
Well, so you had to throw a 50-pound hose pack over your shoulder with the 25-pound SCBA on your back because you had the SCBA on the whole entire time. So you had, 75 pounds strain. Then you'd have to sprint all the way up the 4 stories. Right when you got up the top, you had to reach out the window and pull a 50-pound hose roll up the 4 stories with your hands. Like bring it up on the rope, bring it all the way up, and then drop it back down, run back down. And then we had to, once you got out of the tower, you'd drop the hose pack, and then you'd run. Then you'd have to drag a 175-pound dummy.
Yeah.
You had to drag that running backwards 50 feet back, and there was... Right when you dropped the dummy, you had to run back. It was the final station, and there was 5 hose bundles, and you had to bring them all over to this bench. You had to run them, pick them up, run bench, bring it back, run it back, like all the way back. You got them all there, and then you had to bring them all back to the set, and then you're done. So that was like one of the killer things.
And what was your time?
It was a 3:06.
3 minutes?
Yeah. No, dude, I was watching the video because I watched it the day it came out, and you probably did it like,
hundreds of times, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably did like that video was probably like shot like a week or before, and anyways, it was posted and I watched it, and I was like, holy fuck, like it just did not look easy. And I mean, some people might be like, it looks easy, like you just fucking run up the stairs. Yeah, you're like, you just run up the stairs.
Like I can carry a fucking hose.
But dude, when you're running that, and it was probably fucking hot. Yeah, it's no joke. And I just I think the last fucking frame was like, you beat it, and he was like, I don't give a fuck, and he just throwing up. He's like,
I was like,
yeah,
it was brutal.
But everyone was hyping him up. It was sick. It looked really cool.
Because it's all like a family. So you get graded on all this stuff like throughout. So to get an A, it was 4 minutes and 20 seconds
or less.
Yeah. For an A, that was the A, and then it was like 6 minutes and 20. And so you had to beat that. And my first time I ran it, I got a 4:15. Every single time I ran it, I'd cut off. Finally, right at the very end is when I broke the record.
What was the record before it?
It was 3:07. I think I beat
Round of applause. Round of
Still
applause for
fucking beat
that.
it. Still fucking beat it.
Yeah.
Counts as a dub in the books. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Are you one of the younger dudes on the team?
I was the youngest guy in the academy.
What was the 19 was the next age or no?
Yeah.
what was the oldest?
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine you getting laps ran around you by a fucking 18-year-old. Look at this guy just walked the stage. Just finally got to class, running circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet though. But then got into get out of PT, go into class, be at school from 6 in the morning. Then you'd be leaving at 5 or 6.
Oh fuck yeah.
And where was that class?
It was in
Oh,
right
that's
out of Chico.
deep.
Yeah, so I moved out there. I lived
Yeah.
out there.
Oh,
You moved
okay.
out there right out of high school, right?
Yeah, right out
Like-
of high school.
like,
I was.
I mean,
So
probably
did you
like
live out there or in Chico?
I lived like right outside of because I had a little much, but
Doing too much?
yeah, I had to kind of have my own. Yeah. But so I was doing all that, and then we'd go into class. It was we'd either train all day or we'd be like doing EMT days. They would stagger them. So we either have lecture all day long or we'd be training all day long.
Fuck.
And then we'd get out of class, and then as soon as we got out of class, I would go home, I'd shower, and then I'd drive because I had like 5 guys that I'd study with.
Yeah.
And so we'd go there and I'd go home, shower, drive straight there, and then we'd study until like 11:30 at night. I'd drive home, fall asleep, wake back up at 5 and go to school every single day of the week
For how long?
for 6 months.
Monday through Friday?
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, but it
How
was
many times did you
awesome.
come home during that?
Twice. Yeah, I think I came home one time to work on my truck, and then I came home like 2 weeks before the end of the academy and just like visit family and stuff.
Yeah.
How hard was it to get on with the station that you did get on?
So it was like
And how do you determine how hard it is? Like if you're looking at one, you're like, oh damn, that's super hard, or like how do you determine that?
so
I
it's
think it
like
goes by location a little bit.
oh yeah, 100%. Like so right now I'm at like a more rural department, so it's not like huge big city, so it was a little bit easier than others to get in, but you still have to go through all the interview process. Like a lot of it's like academy dependent too, because like they notice like where you went, like how like prestigious it is, and like
How
know
you
what you have.
performed and all that shit.
And it's also a lot because you need like all your certs, you need everything for that. So if you have to like meet all the qualifications, so you have to go through all that kind of stuff, and then the interview process, the oral boards, the testings, like everything. It's just like
More tests when you get there too.
oh, you never stop testing in the fire.
Oh, literally?
Never. Yeah. Like out of the academy, you are taking other classes. Like I've already taken 2 other exams right out of the academy. Like,
Jesus.
and then you're constantly getting more certifications. You're testing for departments. Like, so like right now, like my goal is to get into like a big city department,
Yeah.
but like I need like so much more. You need to like dive in super deep. So those departments, it's like you need all these certs, you need a certain amount of experience. A lot of those you need your paramedic for now. So that's what I'm working for next. Hopefully within the next like 2 years or whatever, I'll have my medic. And then just diving in all that. It's just like, it's a big game. Like you're applying everywhere, you're testing everywhere, interviewing.
Never
So like,
stops.
what does testing for a station look like?
So it all depends. So they have these tests that you take. It's like all like mechanical aptitude, math, English, reading comprehension. Like that's all compiled into one test, like memorization stuff, like all that. So you'll like watch videos, you'll take all these tests, and then you have to score like a certain score.
Proficient or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
And so they put you in groups off that. So if you got like a 80% or a 95% or 100%, they all base you off that. And then you got to go through like the physical testing. And then a lot of departments, like you'll go through your first academy that I just went through. And then the big departments, they'll have their own academy to learn their specific stuff.
How they do their
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
How
So
they-
then you
yeah.
got to go through another one of those.
This is a
like-
little different for every station, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, like it's like if you work for one roofing company, it's probably a lot different than another one.
Mhm.
Everyone has their own niche of how they want shit done and how they want the fucking floor swept, how they want their fucking toilet paper over or under, everything. It's so tedious. I bet.
Yeah.
There's so much shit. So how far is your department that you're at now from where you live? Just like relatively minutes. Like
It's like 10 minutes right
Oh, that's
now.
not bad at
Yeah.
all. Close too.
Super close.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it is.
Right there. But I work at the
Oh.
one up the hill, but that's the same department.
They have 2 stations
Yeah.
up the hill.
Right where I live.
Sweet.
Right off that same exit where I live. So it's pretty sweet.
You got a good fucking
yeah.
gig then.
Yeah. So I work 48.96s. So I'll be
He's
on
on call
shift.
48 hours.
Yeah. So I'll be on shift for 2 days and then I'll have 4 days off. And so on all those days off, I'm doing side jobs, doing other. But
Want some side jobs? I got you.
oh, I'm always looking. Always
Doing
looking.
that shit.
But yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So we'll be working 2 days on straight. So that 48 hours we're on call. So
And
you're
then
waking up in the middle of the night
92?
running calls. So 96. So that's the 48, 96. I'm on for 48 hours, then I'm off for 96.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh
And then-
shit.
So I go back on shift. So my schedule staggers every single week. So because it evens out to 56-hour work weeks.
That's right.
So, yeah.
48 hours on.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So you work Monday, Tuesday. You're off for 5 days.
4 days.
4 days,
yeah.
and then you work Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
staggers and keeps on
Yeah.
moving down, right?
So it's like your schedule changes every week, but it's like we have our schedule for the whole calendar year. So, mm. Yeah. Yeah. So you're not working the same Monday every single week or the same Tuesday every single week. Like,
Really cool too. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you can actually.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Staying busy. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, or kick rocks. yeah, absolutely. A rude thing. No.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they
Do
put a
your
roof over
part.
your head, but it's not paid for. It's paid
Yeah.
for in different ways, and that's how it should be. And that's like really cool too. I think that's how every parent, like, yo, you can have your fun. You can invite whoever the fuck you want over, but if it's a work day, your friends can stay and work. I'll buy lunch
Yeah.
or whatever, but you're working.
Yeah.
You ain't no fucking reschedule. You're my kid. You're gonna work, whatever that entails. Yeah, absolutely. We were cutting trees yesterday, dude. We had an 80-foot boom lift at the
Oh
house.
yeah.
Limbing up the tree. We were trying to get to the top of it. We were like 15 feet high, but we are gonna, because power lines, so we couldn't just fall it. But we're like 80 feet up in this boom lift, and one of the scary, sitting there bouncing fucking
Yeah.
80 feet up high, tied in.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so thankful for my parents for that. Like in the midst of it, like you're always like,
Fuck my parents,
How to
bro.
do
They're
this,
such
like, this
dicks,
sucks,
bro.
it was always like, because I mean, like I'm so thankful for them though, because like they always helped me out so much with like all the stuff I did growing
Sports
up, like
and everything,
motocross and
yeah.
stuff. Like,
Not cheap either.
oh no, but they always had me. Like that was like my like passion. They're like, okay, we're gonna help you with this, but like the things you want, you're gonna buy. So
Yeah.
like right out of 8th grade, I had my first job. I was working every day after school. I'd work because I had to buy my own truck. I had to do all that, so I had to work as much as I could. So I was always doing that kind of stuff. And like I'd come home, I'd go out with my buddies on Friday night or Saturday night, but yeah, every single time, and especially after I got my license, I'd be like, okay, I'm staying there. Like, all right, well, we'll see you at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
We're coming home and we're working all day. So there'd be nights where we'd all be out and I'd fall asleep at 3 a.m. or whatever, but I'd be waking up at 5 driving home and we'd
Yeah.
be working all day long. But it's one of those like things that builds your character too. It like
Yeah,
sets you up for
absolutely.
success.
Absolutely.
Do you think that?
Oh, 100%. Just like the work ethic that comes out of all that, like knowing that you got to get your stuff done to go have fun. Like you pay to play, like no matter what, you're going to have to put in the work to be able to like
Yeah.
do the things you love to do.
I'd say
Yeah.
go get
I mean, if it doesn't say itself, what is a firefighter at the age of 18, went through the academy, broke records, motocross, snowboarding, everything, breaking records here and there. Works, gets his shit done. And you even said, yeah, I didn't live in Chico because I'd be so distracted. Like, I can tell you right now, if you talk to 50 people in the fire academy and ask where do you live and why, they would tell you no reason like the reason you like, oh, I just moved. Like you were like, no, I got to get out of there so I'm focused. Yeah. And no one nowadays, or not no one, very few people have that mentality to where it's like, hey, I got to think about this because if I don't think about this, it might fuck up my long run. So I think that was smart too. And when you said that, I was like, wow, like they actually fucking thought about it. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go hang up there, party and shit. No, like you actually thought about it. That's what shocked me too.
Just like
So Mike said if you had like a mindset or like what helped you kind of push through it and everything when you're in the fire academy. Yeah,
like
true.
Everything you do, you were good at it for a reason.
So like, let's start with motocross. What was the biggest thing that helped you motocross? Biggest thing that helped you in snowboarding, and the biggest thing that helped you through your firefighting career?
I mean, the biggest thing is like you start off, you do something that you love. You never have somebody push you into something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, like you got to have people to back you up, got to have people there to help you. Cause I mean, you can't do everything by yourself. You're going to have other people with you along for the ride. But it's like, you gotta want it. Like, don't want it, you're not going to go anywhere with it. Like the way things goes, like you can have fun doing this, but you're not going to progress if you're not putting in the work. So you got to focus, like you got to put your head down and grind until you get to where you want to go. And you need to have those goals and push to where you get them. And you can't just pawn them off. You got to like work towards those goals and like set timelines and set this. Like I want to do this before this date. I want to do this like before the end of the year. Like yeah.
And like what you're gonna do.
Yeah, and like you got to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna train these days and these days, and by the end of that training, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. Like, I want to land a new trick. I'm not gonna stop until I land it. Like, it's one of those things you just have to push through and like grind until you're done. Because if you don't, you're gonna forget about it. You're gonna let it go. It's not a big deal. Like all this, like you just got to keep working for it.
And then snowboarding, and what was like if you could, say someone's watching this is going through the fire academy or thinking about going through the fire academy, what's your biggest number one thing you'd tell them to do that would help them in the long run during it? Like one big thing, like kind of specific.
Do not let yourself get distracted. Don't let yourself be going out on the weekends thinking that you're going to have enough time to get that assignment done, or you're going to be fine to get to class in the morning. Like if you have any doubt in the world, do not do it. Like you need to be in, let me tell you this, you need to study your ass off. You need to know every bit of that book. You need to know. And one of the biggest things is if you're in a group and they're like, okay, who wants to do this first? You get out there, you do it first. You're going to get the best training and the best experience and learn the most out of something if you mess up on it. Like you do something, you don't do it right, they tell you what you did wrong, you try it again and you get it dialed.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that I noticed. If you're getting out there, like putting yourself up
out
front,
there,
yeah. like obviously like people are going to be like, I want to do it. But you got to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Like you, in certain situations like that, you got to be selfish. Like you got to want it
yourself.
And that's the main thing. Like you're putting yourself in that career to not only like help other people, but you're getting yourself there.
Yeah.
Like you need to do it yourself, like all that. But
exactly. Yeah.
the main thing, just stay dedicated and you got to know you want it. If you don't want it, you're not going to make it.
I like that. No, I just gotta give me your number so we can get this guy out on the slopes.
Yeah. Man on that.
Yeah, fuck. We'll make it. Any shout outs? Any guys you want to plug in the fire academy? Anything you want to do? Any racers, snowboarders, anything?
Nicholas Kana, if you're out there, I love you, buddy.
Yep. Okay.
That was my guy through that at the academy.
Okay.
Yeah, we got each other through that. badass dude.
How many guys do you live with on the side now? Just by yourself?
I live by myself. So I had a family friend out there that I grew up racing motocross with.
Okay, gotcha.
And they had a little granny quarters, and I had to snag that up.
Sick.
So I had my own little pad. So I had my own headspace, all that.
That's legit. Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for the show. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Thank you.
fucking
No, I appreciate
phenomenal having
having
you
me.
here. Oh no, we're gonna need you back to catch up on. We probably got a fucking fraction of the shit that you've done, but we're gonna have you back again to catch up.
Yeah.
We'll do a buddy segment, bro. When we'll film at my place or something.
Yeah, that'd
have
be
a whole
sweet.
setup at my place.
Yeah, I got a lot of good guys out there.
Fuck yeah. Well, sweet.
Cool. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course.